Still don't care. I still think that, like, zoophile porn, like drawn stuff, it should be 100% legal. In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal. Actual child pornography.
Welcome back everyone. The reason I'm making this video is because some people didn't believe me in my last video. Also, I have more evidence. So I will be responding to comments later on in the video that accuse me of slandering. And I also get the average comment, "Oh, it's sarcasm." Well, he said so much pedophilic things, I don't think it's sarcasm anymore. And I've heard a lot of his fans like to say, "Oh, you took him out of context." And in this context, that doesn't really work. The first piece of evidence I can't really prove. Well, there's a screenshot that's going around Twitter. It's of Vaush saying, "I've always wanted to discuss this really interesting article. I read about sexual dynamics of pre-colonial Hawaiian civilization because they sure had no problem with effing kids. And the anthropological evidence seemed to suggest there wasn't a culture of child abuse." What the f***? How is this sarcasm? It was only a joke, bro. It's fake. I don't know how you're gonna defend this. This message was said back in October 30th of 2018 at 12:02 PM. The next piece of evidence is when Vaush tried defending pedophilia on one of his live streams.
Still don't care. I still think that, like, zoophile porn, like drawn stuff, it should be 100% legal. In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal. Actual child pornography.
I'm not sure why the clip gets stuck at the end, but you get the point of the video. You can find other versions of the clip that aren't broken. I don't care if you're a Vaush fan or not. CP and zoophilia should be illegal, which is one of the most well-known piece of evidence there is. And my last piece of evidence is on Twitter. Here is the evidence that Vaush is a pedophile. In quotations, he says pedophiles shouldn't be socially ostracized, so they are more likely to seek help and not kids. The quotation mark ends. Is not MAP writes my dude. MAP stands for minor attracted person. The first comment says, "Go ahead and log off for me, sweetie." The next one is EDP doing the fist pump. The next one says, "It's never too late to delete this one, buddy." Vaush fans posting their owls online just said, "Is now." Mason said question mark. Bro, you're not funny at all. Wait until 4chan raids this Twitter thread. Multiple question marks afterwards. Because no one understands what bullshit is going through Vaush's head, and they're hoping he just worded it wrong. But if he did, he would have deleted it. There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere. Vaush moment from Vaush fans posting their owls online. Vaush, stop being a effing creepy pedo supporter. Challenge the status. Impossible. What did he mean by this? For those who think he has a point, in brackets, about seeking help being a good thing, brackets. Vaush talks about pedo stuff more than I talk about anime. Oh damn. Then there's a quote tweet from me saying, "People don't believe me. He is a pedo." Message from Cuphead Stan. Vaush moment. Now we're gonna move on to comments. The first one says, "Cope." There is too many ways I can respond to this. This is such a terrible insult. But I like how it represents the average Vaush fan's IQ. Why is he telling me to cope? I'm not like angry or anything. Is he suggesting that he's a pedophile and that I should cope about it? Because that's messed up. And he just dug his own grave. I'm sorry, but the average dumbass on Twitter is smarter than this guy. Okay, I'm roasting him a bit too hard. I'll move on to the next comment. One of the commenters tried starting an entire fight with me for no reason. Then some idiot defended that person with one comment, his account name was called Name. You can't make this shit up. He said, "You're full of it if you don't think that's sarcasm. Laugh my ass off," with the last 2 letters capitalized for some reason. Probably stupid, I don't know. I replied back with, "Okay, and a playlist on your account. It literally has a video from a communist YouTuber. No wonder why you think it is sarcasm. Laugh my fat ass off." And then he replied back with, "Why did you waste so much time trying to formulate a counter argument? You are never gonna see me again. You wasted like 5 minutes trying to formulate an ad hominem argument when honestly, dude, you could have just said you're a big meanie boo beanie. I mean, if your response to criticism is criticizing back and not addressing the original point of the debate, then you're obviously not hot on receiving criticism. The fact is, Vaush was clearly being sarcastic, and if you can't recognize that, then your IQ is lower than your subscriber count." I responded back with, "Jesus, cope, that only took me a second to come up with, and it took you hours to respond." I didn't need to respond with a word wall as well. You could have just left it there and not continued. So your IQ joke is garbage because you don't have any subs. Laugh my fucking ass off. Shout out to Levi Arkenstein. He defended me right there. I'm not going to read it all. I'm going to probably show an image. Then Name said, "At Levi Arkenstein. Yes, it appears that you have correctly identified my true nature, but I am not only like an ant hill on fire, I am one, please help." Then he responds back to me, "Wah wah, I don't have subs, you are correct. This account is to troll people, laugh my ass off. If I had any subs at all with no videos, I would be confused, but I understand that any response to my fire roast," oh god, the cringe. Oh, you can just tell he's ignorant, "would have been inadequate. So I'll just let you simmer while you bake into a crispy chicken wing from the low self-esteem and doubt that having your hard work and effort go unnoticed and unrewarded creates. I admit that it was a low blow, but your honor, it was funny as shit. Lol, haha, he got 85 Wii's subs after doing YouTube for a whole year. Yeesh." I respond back with, "You idiot. Everyone knows that people don't get 1 million subs after 1 year. Also, I didn't waste my entire time making videos. Also, you can sub to people with no videos, obviously. Also, everyone can see you are trying to seize and cope. And I like how you are Oh, looks like I made a grammatical mistake because it was like a month ago. I didn't know how to spell for some reason. I like how your response went way off topic till you started talking about food you only wish you could eat. Also, I don't put 100% effort into my content. Doubt do you know anything about being a content creator. After this entire incident, which it says like a month ago, I remember it being a lot longer. I have bothered to put heaps of effort into content, which I didn't want to have to make this video because it doesn't require heaps of effort. See, I like to make quick content on my second channel and have that making heaps of videos, but there's some exceptions sometimes. That's where the argument ended until someone said, they quoted me and said, "It literally has a video from another communist YouTuber." So, what's your point? Most people who criticize Vaush are communists. In fact, most communists don't even like Vaush. Simply pointing out that someone watches a communist YouTuber, brackets, who actually makes a lot of great points by the way, brackets closed, is not an argument. What is this supposed to prove? I replied back to that person and said, I forgot about other communists attacking Vaush, but his views on CP aren't good at all. Also, the guy that commented is a troll, so that's not helping your point at all. As well as that, I can name a heap of people that don't like Vaush that aren't communist. Some other guy replied back with, at name, and how many subs did you get after 1 year? Or after any time at all? Making fun of a sub count is so childish. That last line is the most agreeable thing I've ever heard. Some guy named Mac Rice, or is it Mac Reese? I don't know. He replied to me and said, most of these are fake tweets. People have even covered most of them in videos already as being from fake tweet generators. The other are satire. It's fine not to like someone, but just slandering them when you literally don't have actual evidence is pretty trash content, my dude. Anyone who uses the word my dude has no say. And I like how he accuses me of slandering. I hate slandering people. I don't like to lie. Maybe I accidentally skip a few details because I have no time or I'm just burnt out after a lot of work. I replied back with, idiot. I went out and looked for them. I don't see the worth in slandering him. If I was to, I would have made him say worse things. And there was evidence. I showed a picture of the tweet. If you want evidence, go harass Blacks. But calling my content trash is a garbage insult. So keep coping. The funny thing is that I haven't got a reply since. The reason why I mentioned Blacks is because he reads out tweets and only shows an image. The fact that people require even more evidence on top of that makes my job impossible. If you watch someone like Nicholas Diorio or John Swan, they don't prove more shit. The best thing you're gonna get is a screenshot. Haven't these dumbasses watched a video before? And the people he's watching that are saying that they're made by tweet generators, I've never seen what a fucking tweet generator is. I know two ways to fake a tweet. That's either going through the code on the site, which for some reason I know how to bring it up, but I don't know how to fucking edit a line of text. Or you could edit it in Photoshop. If you still don't believe me and you think I'm slandering, the reason I don't slander is it requires me to have proof, other proof, which if I fake a tweet, there's no other proof of that. And it would just make me look like an idiot. I see slandering as a coward move. The fact that he's calling me that is slander. The fact that he assumes all this, it just shows that he doesn't bother to do his research. Also, you know how he mentioned my content was trash? I checked and he has a channel with about 8 videos. The last video was about 11 years ago, with the oldest being 14 years ago. So you know it's quality content. It's like every troll just can't live up to what they say. It's just funny. Also, one of the videos is in 144p, which shows us how much effort he puts into his content. That's all we had time for. Hope to see you in the next video I'm making, which is on Deaf Noodles.